So good morning, all of you.
Good morning, ma'am.
Good morning,
Yes.
ma'am.
Good morning.
Good morning, ma'am.
Good morning.
Good morning, ma'am.
Good morning, everyone. So लास्ट लेक्चर अंकुर सर ने लिया था, राइट? नहीं, तनुज सर ने लिया था. So he told me कि आपको ये क्या મૂકશો? રેડ ફાઇલ ની અંદર મૂકી દો મેડમ, નહીં તો ઉડી જશે. બસ હું ફાઇલ કરી દઈશ પછી. कुछ सर ने मुझे बताया यार क्वांटम मैकेनिक्स लिया था, बट श्रोडिंजर्स इक्वेशन कुछ डिराइव की थी, ऐसा बोला मुझे सर ने, राइट? सो श्रोडिंजर्स टाइम डिपेंडेंट इक्वेशन ली थी, मतलब आधी कुछ करवाई थी, एनर्जी से बाकी था, बट देन ऑल्सो लेट मी रिवाइज स्पीडीली, कंप्लीट कर देती हूँ मैं, राइट? एक मिनट. हाँ. Okay, well, so you must have seen that in uh, in order to describe the nature, behavior of the matter waves, Schrodinger has developed the equation, and even the equation gives us the characteristics, yeah, the properties of the electrons and its behavior, right? So for that, लो, ये क्या हो गया? Just give me 1 minute. हैंग हो गया है, so please wait for a few minutes. खत्म. हम्म. Right. So, in order to explain the behavior of the nature of the electron, nature of the particle, Schrodinger has given the time-dependent equation. So, what he has assumed is he has assumed a particle of mass m traveling along the x-axis. So, we are going to derive the equation for the one dimension only, right? So, for one dimension, he has assumed a particle doing the motion along the x-axis, and it is a function of position and time. The wave function that we have assumed is a function of position and time, right? So by taking that into consideration, he has assumed a wave function psi is equal to a e raised to minus I omega t minus x upon v, right? So this wave function has been assumed, and then after, if we do the simplification, omega is the angular frequency, so angular frequency is 2 pi f, and v is the velocity, so v is equal to f lambda. Substituting that values, what I will get, psi is equal to a e raised to minus 2 pi if t minus x upon f lambda, right? Then do the simplification, f bracket के अंदर ले जाओ, so I'll get this equation, okay, ft minus x upon lambda. Then after, E is equal to hf. Fine. So I'll substitute the value of f and lambda in this equation. So E is equal to hf. So what I will get, f is equal to E by h. So my equation, my wave function will be psi is equal to a e raised to minus 2 pi I E by h into t minus lambda की जगह h by p. So minus px by h, right? H common निकालो. So this will be my final wave function. Psi is equal to a e raised to minus 2 pi I upon h et minus px. So this is our final wave function. Now we know that total energy is the kinetic energy plus potential energy, p square by 2m plus v, right? So if I multiply this equation with psi, what I will get, E psi is equal to p square psi by 2m plus v psi. Now in this equation, we want to substitute the value of E psi and p square psi, right? ये इक्वेशन में E psi और p square psi की वैल्यू हमें सब्स्टिट्यूट करनी है. Fine. So for that, what we will do is we will be differentiating this equation. We will be differentiating equation number 2, right? But before that, what is this E psi and p square psi? E psi is known as the energy operator and p square psi is known as the momentum operator, right? इसको हम operators कहते हैं. Now what are these operators? See, operators are the when they operate on the wave function, they change the value of the wave function. Say for example, if I am having a function fx equal to say x cube, okay, then in that case fx equal to x cube, then what will be the d by dx of fx? That is d by dx of x cube, that is 3x square. So in this case, this d by dx we tell it as a operator, right? जो आप derivative लेते हो d by dx, that is known as an operator, which is operating on the function x cube and it's giving me the value 3x square, right? So similarly, E and P square, they are known as an operators, and you know that psi is a wave function, right? Psi is a periodic wave function. Psi is a variable wave function, right? So E and P square, they are known as an operators. So in order to find the value of E psi and P square psi, what we will do is we will take the partial derivative of equation number 2 with respect to time. Differentiate equation 2 with respect to time. So when I differentiate this with respect to time, what I will get, d psi by dt equal to multiplication वाला rule, chain rule apply करेंगे, a is the constant into e raised to x, right? So e raised to x, so this will be minus, इसका differentiation करेंगे d by d psi by dt of this, so minus 2 pi I upon h into t वाली टर्म, so et का differentiation होगा e and px वाली टर्म जो है वो तो कांस्टेंट हो जाएगी, so that will be 0 raised to ये पूरी टर्म e raised to whole term, right? Now, instead of this a and e raised to this term, I can write psi. ये और इसकी जगह पे, sorry, a और इसकी जगह पे मैं psi लिख सकती हूँ, right? So what will be my d psi by dt minus 2 pi I e psi upon h. So I got equation number 3. Okay, then after take the double differentiation of psi with respect to x, डबल टाइम इसका डिफरेंशिएशन करो, राइट? तो यहाँ पे क्या होगा, ईटी वाली टर्म जीरो हो जाएगी और px का p का आपको दो बार डिफरेंशिएशन करना पड़ेगा. सेम थिंग, d psi by dx, d square psi by dx square. So my answer will be minus 4 pi square p square psi upon h square. So I got equation number 4. So is it clear till equation 3 and equation 4? Is it fine? 3 और 4 कैसे आया इक्वेशन?
Yes, ma'am.
Right, if you wish you can solve it, you can do the differentiation and confirm your answer. Then after what we will do, यहाँ पे e psi और p square psi की वैल्यू हम रखेंगे, right? E psi. So what is e psi? E psi is from this minus h upon 2 pi I d psi by dt, right? यहाँ से e psi is equal to, इसको इस साइड ले जाओगे, माइनस एच अपॉन 2 पाई आई डी साई बाई डी टी. सो सब्स्टिट्यूट दैट वैल्यू, ई साई की वैल्यू मैंने यहाँ पे रखी, राइट? देन p square psi 1 upon 2m is as it is p square psi. So यहाँ से what you will get for p square psi minus h square upon 4 pi square into d square psi by dt square plus v psi. V is the potential. Fine. Then after इसको सिंप्लीफाई करो. अभी देखो माइनस मतलब आई स्क्वायर इज माइनस 1. सो माइनस की जगह पे इफ आई सब्स्टिट्यूट आई स्क्वायर तो ये वाला आई जो है वो कैंसिल हो जाएगा इसके साथ. फाइन. सो आई विल गेट आई एच अपॉन 2 पाई डी साई बाई डी टी इज इक्वल टू माइनस एच स्क्वायर अपॉन 8 पाई स्क्वायर एम डी स्क्वायर साई बाई डी टी स्क्वायर प्लस वी साई. राइट? कुछ नहीं किया, we have just done the simplification of this equation. Okay, so this is my Schrodinger's time dependent equation. Further you can even simplify this. इसका आगे भी simplification कर सकते हो. IH upon 2 pi d psi by dt, आगे वाले टर्म में से psi कॉमन लिया तो d square by dt square plus v into psi. Okay, minus h square upon 8 pi square m d square by, हाँ okay यहाँ पे गलत है, this has to be x square. ओके, ये भी x स्क्वायर आना चाहिए और यहाँ पे ठीक है d स्क्वायर बाई डी एक्स स्क्वायर प्लस v इंटू साई. राइट? नाउ इन 3 डायमेंशन x की जगह पे 3 कोऑर्डिनेट आएगा, राइट? सो माइनस h स्क्वायर अपॉन 8 पाई स्क्वायर m d स्क्वायर बाई डी एक्स स्क्वायर प्लस d स्क्वायर बाई डी वाई स्क्वायर प्लस d स्क्वायर बाई डी जेड स्क्वायर इंटू साई प्लस v साई is equal to IH upon 2 pi d psi by dt. Now this is your Laplacian, right? And this is equal to delta square. So what I can write, minus h square upon 8 pi square m del square psi plus v psi is equal to IH upon 2 pi d psi by dt. This is the Schrodinger's time dependent equation in 3 dimension. यहाँ तक सर ने लिया था, मुझे ऐसा बोला एनर्जी इक्वेशन तक मैंने लिया है, बट मैंने आपको पूरा एक्सप्लेन कर दिया, right? So now going back to the second part, that is time independent equation, Schrodinger's time independent equation, right? So in some of the cases, it may happen that the potential energy of a particle do not depend upon time. It changes with respect to time. Okay, it changes with respect to the position of the particle, right? So sometimes it is seen that the potential energy of a particle, it doesn't depend upon time. Okay, it depends on the position of the particle, and such type of field is known as a stationary field. Yeah, it is known as a steady field. So that's why time independent equation is also known as a steady state equation. Time independent equation is also known as a steady state equation. Yeah, the stationary state equation, right? So in such a case, when your particle is depending upon the position, जो wave function हमने assume किया था, उसको हमने that we need to split. It was having the two variable x and t, position and time. So in that case, we need to separate both the variables, that is x and t. So what will be our wave function? Psi is equal to psi of x into psi of t. In short, ये हमारा wave function था. Psi is equal to a e raised to minus 2 pi I upon h et minus px. So we are having a time variable and x, right? So we will split the wave function. मतलब कि ये जो ब्रैकेट है उसको हम ओपन करेंगे, सिंप्लीफाई करेंगे. सो व्हाट आई विल गेट, साई इज इक्वल टू ए ई रेज टू माइनस 2 पाई आई ई टी अपॉन एच इंटू ई रेज टू माइनस माइनस प्लस 2 पाई आई पी एक्स अपॉन एच. ये जो वेव फंक्शन हमने एज्यूम किया था उसको स्प्लिट किया, राइट? ई ऑफ एक्स माइनस वाई इज ई ऑफ एक्स इंटू ई ऑफ माइनस ई रेज टू माइनस वाई. ये रूल हमने अप्लाई किया यहाँ पे. फाइन. सो ब्रैकेट ओपन करोगे तो आई विल गेट दिस इक्वेशन. फाइन. नाउ व्हाट आई विल डू, सिंप्लीफिकेशन के लिए a into this, I am assuming a new wave function. Quantum mechanics में this is possible, right? So wave function के अंदर I am assuming a new wave function, that is psi 0, right? So a into e raised to 2 pi I px upon h equal to, I am assuming a wave function psi 0. So what I will get, psi is equal to psi 0 e raised to minus 2 pi I e t upon h. Let that be my equation number 1. कहीं बुक में इसको ऐसे ही रखा है, okay? But उसमें क्या होता है, there are chances of making the mistakes in during the simplification. इसीलिए मैंने इस साइज 0 एज्यूम कर दिया सिंप्लीफाई करने के लिए, राइट? सो आई गॉट इक्वेशन नंबर 1. So you can see psi 0 is a function that is depending on x, okay? And psi is a function, no doubt psi 0 is there, but in it you have a variable time, okay? So split कर दिया मैंने. Now what we want, स्क्रोडिंजर्स टाइम इंडिपेंडेंट इक्वेशन में जो टाइम वाली टर्म है ना वो हमको रिमूव, वो हमको सिंप्लीफाई करनी है. सो दिस इज द स्क्रोडिंजर्स इक्वेशन, टाइम डिपेंडेंट इक्वेशन, राइट? आई एच अपॉन 2 पाई डी साई बाई डी टी इक्वल टू माइनस एच स्क्वायर अपॉन 8 पाई स्क्वायर एम डी स्क्वायर साई बाई डी एक्स स्क्वायर प्लस वी साइन. So in this equation, we will be simplifying. We want the value of d psi by dt. And similarly, we want the value of d square psi by dx square, right? So for that, let us integrate this, differentiate this with respect to time. So differentiating equation 1 with respect to time, what I will get, d psi by dt is equal to psi 0 वाली जो term है, it is depending on x. So multiplication rule apply करूँ तो इसका differentiation 0 आ जाएगा, right? Psi 0 constant, differentiation of d by dx dt of e raised to something, plus ये वाली term constant, differentiation of d psi 0 by dt, but psi 0 is depending on t, so इसका differentiation 0 आ जाएगा, right? So I have applied the multiplication law for differentiating equation number 1. So what I will get, d psi by dt is equal to psi 0 constant, differentiation of this term, j वाली term. So constant psi 0 into minus 2 pi I e upon h e raised to minus 2 pi I e t upon h, right? So let that be equation number 2. Okay, I have differentiated this with respect to time. Psi 0 constant or iska differentiation. So from that I got equation number 2. Then after d square psi by dx square के लिए double differentiation करना, fine, with respect to x. So ये term में ये वाली जो term है equation 1 में, it is depending on time, so वो constant, okay? And इसका double differentiation करो तो सीधा you can do the differentiation of psi 0. So d square psi 0 by dx square into e raised to minus 2 pi I e t upon h. So I got equation number 3. Now what we will do, इसकी और इसकी value d psi by dt or d square psi by dx square, I'll be substituting in this equation. So what I will get, ih upon 2 pi, then d psi by dt. D psi by dt is equation number 2. So what I got, psi 0 minus 2 pi I e upon h e raised to something, ये वाली term, is equal to minus h square upon 8 pi square m, then d square psi by dx square की value ये, I'll be simplifying. प्लस v साइन. अभी देखो सभी टर्म साइज जीरो वाली आ गई. सो यहाँ पे भी मुझे साइज जीरो वाली टर्म लिखनी पड़ेगी. सो व्हाट इज साई फ्रॉम इक्वेशन नंबर 1? v into psi 0 a एक्सपोनेंशियल टर्म, राइट. उसका सिंप्लीफिकेशन करो. e रेज टू वाली टर्म कैंसिल हो जाएगी. यहाँ पे h 2 पाई I square is -1, I into I is I square is -1 माइनस माइनस प्लस, राइट. सो फाइनल टर्म मेरे पास रहेगा e psi 0 is equal to minus h square upon 8 pi square and d square psi 0 by dx square plus v psi 0. Okay, I got this equation. Simplification के बाद then after थोड़ा rearrange करते हैं इसको. d square psi 0 by dx square इसको इस साइड ले जाते हैं, right. d square psi 0 by dx square plus 8 pi square and e minus v psi 0 equal to 0, right. इसको अगर इस साइड ले जाए तो क्या होगा? e minus v psi 0. Okay. and h square upon 8 pi square and फिर उसका simplification किया. Okay, I think you can do this simplification afterwards. So I got this equation. So this is your Schrodinger's time dependent equation. Fine. Anything you want to ask from this?
मैम वो लास्ट थर्ड इक्वेशन है उसमें तो ए है, लास्ट सेकंड में ए नहीं है, वो कैसे?
राइट. यहाँ पे गलती है ना मेरी. यहाँ पे ए आएगा ना. इसका अगर मैं टाइम के रेफरेंस में नहीं आएगा. कहाँ पे गड़बड़ हुई? एक मिनट, रुको. साइज 0 e and e is to d psi by dt. कहाँ पे गड़बड़ की है? कहीं पे तो कुछ गलती हुई है मेरी ही. यहाँ पे तो ए नहीं आएगा, राइट. इस ए इज टू दिस, तो दिस इज फाइन. इसको यहाँ पे नहीं आएगा. अरे नहीं आएगा ना. व्हाट इज साई? साई 0 e रेज टू 2 पाई i अपॉन h. ठीक है. यहाँ पे मैंने साई की वैल्यू सब्स्टिट्यूट की है और आपकी साई क्या है? इक्वेशन नंबर 1. अभी क्लियर?
यस मैम.
ओके. Now, let us move on to the next part. इसके लिए मुझे एक empty पेज चाहिए. रुको. Side. Now see, the next theory is known as a particle in a box theory. Yeah, it is also known as infinite square wave potential. Right. Now, what is this particle in a box theory? Yeah, infinite square wave potential. For this, a box has been assumed. Let us assume a box of infinite height. Okay, इसकी जो ये wall की height है वो infinite है, and we have a free particle inside this box. Okay. Let the width of the box be, let the limit of the box be, boundary of the box be x equal to 0 and x equal to L. मतलब इसकी जो width है वो L है. Now your particle is free. Okay. मतलब कि it is moving inside the box between 0 and L. So if your particle is free, then its potential energy will be 0. क्योंकि वो steady नहीं होगा, right? Continuously box के अंदर particle motion कर रहे हैं. Now what we want to derive is, we want to derive the wave function for this particle. Particle is possessing a wave nature, right? So उसका जो wave nature है, from that we require its wave function. So एक तो हमें इसका wave function derive करना है. Second thing, we want to derive the energy of this particle in a particular energy state, right? And then we want to find the normalized wave function. ये wave function में से normalization condition apply करके we wanted to find the normalized wave function, right? So for that we have assumed a free particle in a box of width L. As the particle is free, its potential energy is 0. Outside the box, it can have some potential energy. We are not concerned with that, right? And now when this particle move, it is a free particle. So there are chances of the collision of the particle with the wall. Now, at the wall, the potential energy is infinite. Here, second assumption लिया. Now, why it is infinite? Just give me 1 minute. यार કેમ વાગ વાગ કરે આમ તો વાગે જ મેડમ આને કઈ શું કરું રિમાઇન્ડર આવે લેક્ચરમાં પણ હા ચાલુ લેક્ચર રિમાઇન્ડર જો यार આને શું કરું બસ ગયું. Right? It has been assumed that at the wall, the potential energy is infinity. That is, the potential energy is maximum. Q. Now, your particle is free, so there will be a collision of the particle with the walls, right? एक stationary है and one is moving. Okay, so you must have studied in classical mechanics that whenever there is a collision between the two objects, collision between the two bodies, at the point of collision, the objects become stationary. Right. So similarly, when a particle is colliding with the walls, at that time, the particle becomes stationary for some time, right? On at the walls. So at that time, its potential energy will be maximum क्योंकि box के अंदर उसकी potential energy zero है, right? So on the walls, it when it is colliding, it will be possessing the maximum potential energy. And let us assume कि maximum potential energy मतलब कि infinite. The third thing that is assumed is the wave function psi. We have taken psi 0. On the wall is 0. Now, why the wave function is 0? Right? You must have studied that the wave function psi can be assigned to a periodic quantity or not. If your quantity is constant, if your physical quantity is constant, we cannot assign a wave function psi to that constant quantity, right? So यहाँ पे आपका particle जो है ball के ऊपर steady हो जाता है. It's not moving. So for a steady particle, उसका जो nature है, it cannot be explained by taking the wave function. So for this particle, the value of the wave function on the walls are 0. These are the three assumptions, these are the three things that Schrodinger has considered for deriving this theory. We have a box, a free particle is there in an infinite box. Infinite मतलब इसकी height infinity है, right? So its potential energy is 0. In no case your electron can jump the wall and move out of the box. उसको trap कर दिया है box में, confined कर दिया है, right? The potential energy on the wall is maximum and wave function on the wall is 0. Now, what is all this thing box? This box is compared with the ground state hydrogen atom, right? This box is compared with the ground state hydrogen atom. So it is having a nucleus and the electron move around the nucleus. It has a single electron, right? Now see, this is for the ground state hydrogen only. It's not so कि electron जो है आपका वो कोई एक specific path पे rotate कर रहा है. It is moving in a cloud, right? कुछ space है. In this cloud, your electron is moving. Electron can be found anywhere within this cloud, within this space. So this thing, this orbital is considered like a box, okay, whose width is L. Boundary conditions are x equal to 0 and L. And as it is in the ground state, it's the electron can never jump the wall, can jump the well and move on to the higher excited state. Excited ground state में हमने assume किया है, right? बाहर से we have not given any energy. So for the ground state hydrogen, it will not move out of the first orbital. Okay, it will always be there in its first orbital. So we have confined the electron between these two boundaries. So this box is like this orbital. Okay, so we have considered an atom of hydrogen, the orbital of hydrogen as a box in which the electron is confined, electron is possessing the wave nature, और ये जो उसका wave nature है उसका wave function हमें derive करना. Okay, so ये case consider करके this was applied for the hydrogen atom and फिर उसका wave function derive किया था, right? And in no case the electron is jumping to the other excited state क्योंकि ground state hydrogen atom हमने लिया है, right? Even in the ground state, in one case, it is possible that electron can tunnel through this wall and it can go to the other excited state also. That is known as a tunneling diode. उसकी conductivity जो है वो maximum होती है, right? So tunneling effect पे on the principle of tunneling effect, the tunnel diodes are fabricated, but that we are not going to study. Okay, हम confined electron वाला case ही we are going to study, right? So is it clear? इतना clear हुआ कि actually ये box है क्या? It is for the Schrodinger has taken this for the hydrogen atom. फिर दूसरे atoms के लिए it can be implemented, right? Now electron है, so the potential energy will not depend on time, but it will depend on position, right? So for that we will be taking the help of the steady state equation. Okay, ये मैं last में I'll be explaining you when I derive the wave function. So ये first part था explanation of the figure. Second part में हम क्या करेंगे? We'll be taking the help of the steady state equation. मतलब कि Schrodinger's time independent equation, which was this equation number 1, right? Now in our case, your electron is free, your particle is free, and if you have the free particle, its potential energy will be 0, right? So V will be 0. ठीक है, so if I take potential energy as 0, what I will get? D square psi 0 by dx square plus 8 pi square m e upon h square psi 0 equal to 0. Okay, now let me assume this equal to k square simplification के लिए. So if I assume this as k square, what will be my equation? D square psi 0 by dx square plus k square psi 0 equal to 0. Okay. So is it clear till equation number 2? Equation 2 तक कोई question? Schrodinger time independent equation लिया. हमारे केस में V 0 है, potential energy 0 है. So that's why I have substituted V equal to 0 and simplify करने के लिए this I have assumed equal to k square. Right? So I got equation number 2. Now what is this? Which equation is this? Equation 2. You have studied. कौन सी इक्वेशन है? Yes, partial differential equation. Second order partial differential equation. And उसका solution है y is equal to a sin theta plus b cos theta या a sin kx plus b cos kx. So similarly, I have the function psi 0. So the solution of this equation is psi 0 equal to a sin kx plus b cos kx. Right? So this is the solution of equation number 2. Now we will be playing with this wave function. Okay, this will be our final equation, your final wave function. The solution of equation 2 is a sin kx plus b cos kx. Now in the third part, what we will do? We'll apply the boundary conditions. पहले part में explanation of the figure, took the help of the steady state equation और उसका solution आया, and then take the boundary condition. What is the first boundary condition? When x is equal to 0, psi is 0. So let me simplify, let me substitute that values over here. When x is 0, psi is 0. So psi 0 की value 0 रखते हैं, right? So psi 0, okay? So psi 0 is equal to a sin 0 plus b cos 0, right? Now from this, what I will get? Value of b is 0. So ये value equation number 3 में डालनी है. Okay, what we want is 0 और L के बीच में जो wave function है, वो wave function हमें derive करना है. Okay, so 0 के आगे मतलब above 0, this will be my wave function. Okay, when I substitute 0. और L के आगे क्या है? Below L, that we need to derive by applying this boundary condition. Fine. So if I substitute b equal to 0, what will be my equation? Psi 0 equal to a sin kx. Let this be equation number 4. Right? So I got this psi 0 equal to a sine kx. Now second boundary condition. When x is L, psi is 0. Fine. So let me simplify this equation in equation number 4. क्योंकि हमें 0 के आगे वाला above 0 जो wave function था वो मिल गया. So इसी के अंदर हम substitute करेंगे तो we'll be getting the wave function between 0 and L. Right? So if I simplify the, if I apply the boundary conditions in equation number 4, psi is 0. So 0 is equal to a sine kl. Right? Now a cannot be 0. It's a constant. So when your sine theta will be 0, when theta is n pi by n. Right? So applying the sine rule over here, I'll get k is equal to n pi by n. Okay. Now simplify this value in equation number 4, kk. So my wave function will be psi 0 is equal to a sine n pi x upon L. Let that be equation number 5. So this is my wave function between 0 and L. 0 और L के बीच का जो wave function है वो आपको fine. Then after आगे हमने k equal to कुछ assume किया था 8 pi square me upon h square, right? So यहाँ पे k की जगह पे let me substitute that values. K square. Okay. So if I substitute that value of k over here, 8 pi square me upon h square ले लेती हूँ. Okay, so that I can substitute the value of k. So n square pi square upon l square. From this, I will get I can get the value of k as n square h square upon 8 ml square. Generalize करो अगर मैं इसको. If I take n equal to 1, n is an integer, right? So if I take n equal to 1, I will get E1 is equal to h square upon 8 ml square. So this is the energy for the ground state. Okay, ground state energy. Similarly, if I take n equal to 2, okay, so in that case, E2 equal to, I'll get the energy of the first state. N equal to 3, second excited state, third excited state, and so on, right? So by using these equations, by using this formula, you can find the energy of the various states. Okay, so this is the third part. वेव फंक्शन मिला, वेव फंक्शन के बाद एनर्जी की इक्वेशन हमने डिराइव की. लास्ट पार्ट में नॉर्मलाइजेशन कंडीशन. We want to find the normalized wave equation, right? So for finding the normalized wave equation, we know the normalization condition. What is the normalization condition? Psi square dV equal to 1. Now what this normalization condition says, if psi square dV equal to 1, that means your particle is always present in a given space, right? So here we are thinking of one dimension. So instead of dV, I will write dx. Integration of psi square dx is equal to 1. Okay. Now we have the limit 0 to L. 0 और L के बीच में जो वेव फंक्शन है उसका नॉर्मलाइजेशन हमें करना है. So I have to take the boundary conditions. 0 to L psi square. Now what is psi? J. Means I need to write psi 0. What is psi 0? A square sine square n pi x upon L. So 0 to L, a square sine square n pi x upon L dx equal to 1. Okay. Now a square is constant. Sin square theta का integration नहीं होगा तो 1 minus cos 2 theta. Sin square theta is 1 minus cos 2 theta by 2. Right? So sin square theta की जगह पे I will be writing 1 minus cos 2 theta. So what I will get? A square by 2, 0 to L, limit 1 minus cos 2 theta मतलब 2 n pi x upon L dx equal to 1. If you wish, you can show the integration of this part. और आपको पता है ये famous integration है, well known integration है, right? So इसका integration आएगा x या theta, okay? And then I will apply the boundary condition. So I will get L. So a square by 2, इसका जो simplification आया वो L equal to 1. So from this I got the value of L. A is equal to under root 2 by L. Okay? So simplify this value over here. जो हमारा final wave function था वहां पे. So psi 0 is equal to under root 2 by L. sin n pi x अपॉन। सो यहाँ पे पोजीशन चेंज करो या n की वैल्यू चेंज करो, so based on that you will be getting the wave functions, right? So पहले when I take n equal to 1, I'll be getting a wave function lambda by 2, n equal to 2 lambda, 3 lambda by 2 and so, right? If you substitute the values, you can get the different wave functions, right? So I think that's all for the theory. This theory, particle in a box theory, infinite square well theory, round bottom theory bhi hai. You can read it from our mono. It is not there in our syllabus, but that is also an interesting theory, round bottom theory. जो यहाँ पे square है ना, square की जगह पे ऐसा 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 potential value assume किया है, ऐसा। फिर इसके अंदर अलग अलग एनर्जी लेवल्स की में वेव फंक्शन कैसा होगा, एनर्जी की वैल्यू कैसे होगी, वो सब एज्यूम किया है। सो इट इज बेस्ड ऑन दिस थ्योरी ओनली, इसका ही एक्सटेंशन है। अगर इंटरेस्ट है तो वो आप पढ़ सकते हो। उसी तरह 3 डायमेंशन में भी आप डिराइव कर सकते हो। ओके, एक्स वाई जेड कोऑर्डिनेट में थोड़ा टफ हो जाएगा वो, इसीलिए इन योर सिलेबस वी हैव टेकन ओनली फॉर द 1 डायमेंशन, राइट? सो दैट्स ऑल। Thank you. I think next we will be starting with the synthesis part. Any questions in this theory?
मैं वो 3D में करना हो तो उसमें तो सिर्फ आई जैप के कैप और वो ही लेने का ना
But 3
कोऑर्डिनेट।
dimension में वहां पे कुछ वो लाप्लासियन यूज करके किया है।
हाँ वो तो करेक्शन वाली इक्वेशन ना।
वही राउंड बॉटम में भी इसका एक्सटेंशन है, वो भी आप एक बार पढ़ना अगर इंटरेस्ट है तो। मतलब दैट थियोरी इज आल्सो इंटरेस्टिंग, राउंड बॉटम थियोरी। वो भी हाइड्रोजन एटम से ही किया है, हाइड्रोजन के लिए डिफाइन किया है, एंड देन इट हैज बीन इम्प्लीमेंटेड फॉर द अदर पार्टिकल्स या अदर एटम्स। फाइन, सो
थैंक यू मैम।
या वेलकम।
थैंक यू मैम।
Yeah, welcome. So I'm ending the meeting. Bye, all of you. I have the next class at 12.